Namaskaram. Let's talk about something very simple yet profound today. Every one of us carries within us the seeds of respect, love, and dignity. But the way we nurture these seeds determines how others treat us. To be treated like a queen, one must first embody the qualities of royalty, not in terms of wealth or status, but in terms of presence, inner strength, and grace. Before I dive into this, let me give you 5 key insights. Listen carefully because transformation begins with awareness. Arbanya, radiating self-respect is the foundation of being treated with dignity and admiration. Self-respect is not something that can be given to you by another person. It is a quality that must arise from within. It begins with the way you see yourself, the value you place on your existence, and the choices you make every day. To radiate self-respect, you must first understand your own worth. This is not about arrogance or believing you are better than others. It is about recognizing that you are no less than anyone else. Look within yourself and ask, am I treating myself with kindness, care, and the respect I wish to receive from others? If the answer is no, this is where the journey begins. Philanthropy, your thoughts, words, and actions must align with this inner sense of worth. Think about how you speak to yourself when you make a mistake or when you feel you've fallen short. Do you berate yourself? Or do you show understanding and compassion? A queen does not scold herself in the mirror. She acknowledges her flaws and rises above them with grace. Your actions are equally important. The way you carry yourself sends a message to the world. Stand tall, walk with purpose, and speak with clarity. When you respect yourself enough to show up fully in every moment, people notice. They sense that you are not someone who will tolerate disrespect or dismissal, not because you are defensive, but because you are centered. Self-respect also means setting standards for how you wish to be treated. It is about recognizing your non-negotiables and not compromising on your core values. When you allow others to cross boundaries repeatedly without consequence, you send a signal that you do not value yourself enough to uphold those boundaries. This does not mean reacting with anger or hostility. It means calmly and firmly communicating your expectations. Remember, self-respect is deeply connected to self-love. When you take care of yourself, physically, emotionally, and mentally, you reinforce your well-being. Nourish your body with good food, exercise, and rest. Nourish your mind with positive thoughts and meaningful learning. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and let go of those who drain your energy. True self-respect also comes from living authentically. Stop trying to fit into molds that others have created for you. A queen is unique, not a replica of someone else. When you embrace your individuality and live in alignment with your values, your confidence grows naturally. Radiating self-respect is not about seeking attention or approval from others. It is about being at peace with who you are. When you accept yourself fully, both your strengths and your imperfections, you create an unshakable foundation. This inner harmony shines outward, and the world cannot help but respond to it. When you respect yourself, others will respect you. It begins with you. Cultivate this respect in your thoughts, actions, and choices, and you will naturally command the admiration and treatment you deserve. Setting boundaries is an essential act of self-care and self-respect. It is about understanding your limits and clearly communicating them to the people around you. Boundaries are not barriers that isolate you from others. They are tools that define the space in which healthy relationships can thrive. When you set boundaries, you create a safe and respectful environment for yourself and those in your life. The first step in setting boundaries is recognizing your needs and values. Ask yourself what makes you feel respected, safe, and valued. This requires a level of self-awareness that many people overlook. Often we go through life ignoring our discomfort or suppressing our true feelings to please others. But living this way only leads to resentment and unhappiness. To establish boundaries, you must first give yourself permission to prioritize your well-being. It is important to understand that boundaries are not selfish. Many people hesitate to set limits because they fear being seen as unkind or difficult. They worry about hurting others or being rejected. However, boundaries are a sign of mutual respect. By clearly stating what is acceptable and what is not, you are not only protecting your energy but also giving others a clear understanding of how to interact with you. Communicating boundaries can be challenging, especially if you are not used to asserting yourself. It requires courage and honesty. When you express your boundaries, do so calmly and respectfully. You don't need to justify or apologize for them. For example, if someone consistently interrupts your personal time, you might say, "I value our relationship, but I need some uninterrupted time for myself. Let's connect at a better time." This approach is firm yet kind, leaving no room for confusion. One of the biggest obstacles to maintaining boundaries is guilt. You may feel that by saying no, you are letting someone down or causing them discomfort. But remember, saying yes to others at the cost of your own peace is not kindness, it is self-neglect. Guilt often arises from the belief that you are responsible for other people's feelings. While empathy is important, you are not obligated to sacrifice your well-being for others' happiness. Another important aspect of setting boundaries is consistency. Once you have established a boundary, it is essential to uphold it. If you allow others to cross your boundaries without consequence, you send a mixed message. They may begin to believe that your boundaries are not serious, and this can lead to further disrespect. Stand by your decisions, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Over time, people will learn to respect your limits. Boundaries also apply to how you treat yourself. If you consistently allow self-critical thoughts or overcommit yourself, you are violating your own boundaries. Be mindful of how you speak to yourself and the expectations you set. Treat yourself with the same respect and care you wish to receive from others. Understand that setting boundaries is a process. It takes time, practice, and patience to become comfortable with asserting yourself. There may be moments when you falter or feel unsure, but that is part of the journey. Each time you honor your boundaries, you reinforce your self-respect and teach others to value you. Boundaries are not just about keeping negativity out. They are about creating space for positivity, growth, and healthy connections. When you set boundaries without guilt, you empower yourself to live authentically and cultivate relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. It is not just a gift to yourself, but to everyone in your life. Leading with grace is one of the most powerful ways to command respect and inspire others. Grace is a quiet strength, a blend of poise, humility, and confidence. It is not about being passive or timid. Rather, it is about approaching life and relationships with a calm, composed demeanor that reflects your inner power. Grace allows you to navigate challenges, disagreements, and interactions with dignity, fostering an atmosphere of mutual respect. When you lead with grace, you create a space where others feel valued and understood. This is not achieved through force or aggression, but through the ability to listen, empathize, and respond thoughtfully. Aggression may achieve short-term results, but it often leaves resentment and disconnection in its wake. Grace, on the other hand, builds trust and encourages collaboration. It demonstrates that you are in control, not just of the situation, but of yourself. The idea is not the object of success only. A graceful approach begins with self-awarenesses. Take the time to understand your emotions and triggers. When you are upset or frustrated, pause before reacting. Ask yourself, how can I respond in a way that aligns with my values and maintains my integrity? Reacting with aggression often stems from a need to assert control or prove a point, but true control comes from the ability to choose your response. Grace also requires confidence. When you are secure in yourself, you don't feel the need to overpower or belittle others to assert your worth. You understand that your value is not dependent on winning arguments or dominating conversations. This confidence allows you to stay calm and composed, even in the face of criticism or opposition. It shows others that you are not easily shaken, which in turn earns their respect. Another aspect of leading with grace is clear and respectful communication. Use your words to uplift, clarify, and resolve, rather than to blame or attack. When you disagree with someone, express your perspective in a way that is firm yet considerate. For example, instead of saying, "You're wrong," try, "I see it differently and here's why." This approach invites dialogue rather than conflict, fostering understanding instead of division. Grace also involves the ability to let go of the need to be right all the time. It's not about winning every battle, but about choosing the ones that truly matter. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is step back, let go of your ego, and prioritize the greater good. This doesn't mean compromising your values, but recognizing that humility can be a strength. When you lead with grace, you inspire others to do the same. Your calm and composed demeanor sets the tone for interactions, encouraging those around you to respond with respect and thoughtfulness. Grace is contagious. It has the power to diffuse tension, foster connection, and create an environment where everyone feels valued. It's important to understand that grace does not mean suppressing your feelings or avoiding conflict. It is about addressing challenges in a way that aligns with your values and maintains your dignity. Speak your truth, stand up for what you believe in, and hold others accountable when necessary, but do so with kindness and respect. Practicing grace also means extending it to yourself. Be gentle with yourself when you make mistakes or fall short of your expectations. Recognize that you are human and growth is a continuous journey. When you treat yourself with compassion, it becomes easier to extend that same compassion to others. Knowing your worth is about recognizing the value you bring to every aspect of your life. It's about understanding your strengths, talents, and unique qualities and holding them with confidence. However, it's equally important to balance this understanding with humility, ensuring that your confidence does not become arrogance. When you truly know your worth, you don't need to seek validation or compare yourself to others, because your sense of value comes from within. To know your worth, you must first take the time to reflect on who you are and what you have to offer. This requires an honest evaluation of your abilities, experiences, and the impact you have on others. It's not about inflating your achievements or pretending to be perfect. It's about acknowledging your strengths and accepting yourself fully, imperfections included. When you embrace this truth, you begin to carry yourself with quiet confidence that speaks louder than words. This quiet confidence doesn't need to be proven or flaunted. People often confuse knowing their worth with showing off their accomplishments. But true self-worth doesn't need to be broadcast. It's a deep inner understanding that you are valuable just as you are. This understanding allows you to step into any situation with assurance, knowing that you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. Humility plays a vital role in balancing this sense of worth. While it's important to recognize your value, it's equally important to remain open to growth and learning. Humility allows you to listen to others, accept feedback, and acknowledge that you don't know everything. It's the quality that keeps you grounded, reminding you that no matter how talented or accomplished you may be, there is always room for improvement. Being humble also means understanding that your worth doesn't diminish someone else's. When you are secure in yourself, you don't feel threatened by others' success or abilities. Instead, you can celebrate their achievements and learn from their strengths. This mindset fosters collaboration and mutual respect, creating an environment where everyone can thrive. Knowing your worth but staying humble also means not placing your value above others. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that your contributions are more significant or that your perspective is the only correct one. True humility allows you to see the worth in others, to respect their viewpoints, and to understand that everyone has something valuable to bring to the table. At the same time, humility doesn't mean shrinking yourself or downplaying your abilities. It's not about pretending you're less capable than you are or hiding your achievements to make others comfortable. True humility coexists with self-assurance. It's about being confident enough to acknowledge your strengths without arrogance and being secure enough to admit your weaknesses without shame. Knowing your worth but staying humble requires self-awarenesses. It's about being honest with yourself about what you're good at and where you need to grow. It means owning your successes without letting them define you and recognizing that your value goes beyond what you achieve or produce. It's about understanding that your worth is intrinsic, not tied to external validation or comparison. This balance of confidence and humility allows you to navigate life with grace and authenticity. It enables you to stand tall without stepping on others, to assert yourself without being domineering, and to strive for greatness without losing sight of your humanity. Being the example of love you seek means embodying the qualities you desire in others. Often we look outward, hoping someone else will show us the love, care, and respect we long for, but the truth is that it begins with us. To attract and sustain the kind of love we seek, we must first become it. This is not only about romantic relationships, but extends to every interaction and connection in life. Start by asking yourself what love means to you. Is it kindness, understanding, patience, or compassion? Whatever qualities you associate with love, reflect on whether you consistently practice them in your own life. If you desire someone who listens deeply, do you offer the same attention to others? If you seek a partner who treats you with respect, do you demonstrate respect in your words and actions? The love you radiate becomes a mirror, reflecting itself in the people and experiences you attract. Being the example of love means cultivating love within yourself first. Treat yourself as you would a cherished friend or loved one. Be patient with your mistakes, gentle in your self-talk, and forgiving of your shortcomings. Often we are our harshest critics, holding ourselves to impossible standards. When you learn to love yourself unconditionally, you not only find peace within, but also set the tone for how others should treat you. This inner love is not about vanity or self-absorption. It is about self-acceptance and self-care. Take time to nurture your well-being, both physically and emotionally. Engage in activities that bring you joy and surround yourself with people who uplift you. When you prioritize your happiness and health, you radiate a warmth and confidence that draws others to you. Being the example of love also means showing love to others, even when it is not immediately reciprocated. This doesn't mean allowing yourself to be taken advantage of or staying in unhealthy relationships, but rather approaching each interaction with kindness and understanding. Even in difficult situations, choose to act from a place of love rather than anger or resentment. This doesn't just transform how others feel, it transforms you. Practice active listening and empathy. When someone shares their thoughts or feelings with you, give them your full attention. Strive to understand their perspective without judgment. This simple act of being present and open-hearted can create a profound sense of connection and trust. It shows that love is not just about grand gestures, but about being there for others in the small, everyday moments. Express gratitude and appreciation freely. Whether it's a friend, family member, or stranger who shows you kindness, acknowledge their efforts. A heartfelt thank you or a genuine compliment can brighten someone's day and create a ripple effect of positivity. Gratitude fosters love, not just in others, but within yourself as well. Being the example of love you seek also requires patience. Love is not always easy, and people may not always respond in the way you hope. But staying true to your values and consistently showing love, even when it's challenging, is a testament to your character. It's about maintaining your integrity and choosing to rise above negativity or indifference. Let your actions align with your intentions. If you seek honesty, be truthful in your words and deeds. If you value loyalty, demonstrate commitment in your relationships. If you long for acceptance, practice non-judgment toward others. These actions not only build stronger bonds, but also set a standard for the kind of love you wish to receive. Being the example of love means understanding that love is a verb, a continuous choice you make in how you treat yourself and others. It's about living with an open heart even when it feels vulnerable, and recognizing that love is not something you wait for, but something you create. In conclusion, to be treated with the love, respect, and admiration you desire, you must first embody those qualities in yourself. It starts with radiating self-respect, setting firm boundaries without guilt, leading with grace, knowing your worth while staying humble, and being the example of love you seek. When you cultivate these principles within yourself, you align your energy with the very essence of the respect and love you wish to receive from others. You don't have to demand it. You simply become it, and the world will naturally reflect that back to you. The key lies in understanding that the power to shape how others treat you rests within your own actions, your self-awareness, and your unwavering commitment to living authentically. The love and respect you seek are not external forces, but a mirror of the energy you bring to the world.